Liberia, and other parts of the world. On this Monday, February 15, 2021 edition of the program, I'm your anchor, Chap Davis, and stories coming up on this edition of the program. President George Weah calls for calm in the wake of an Ebola outbreak in neighboring Guinea. The government of Liberia clarifies that it has not made any decision on the setting up of a war crimes court in Liberia. Foreign Minister D. Maxwell Kimmeya reaffirms government's commitment to empowering local farmers to enhance their production capacity. And away from Liberia, 4 state security officers and 1 civilian have been killed as separatist rebels attack 2 military camps in the Democratic Republic of Congo's main mining center of Lubumbashi. These stories plus more are all coming up on this edition of the program. Keep watching. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the program. President George Weah has called for calm in the wake of the reported Ebola outbreak in neighboring Guinea. President Weah called calm as Guinean health authorities confirmed that 4 people have died of the disease in a town close to Liberia's northeastern border. As our executive mansion reporter Vavle Kamara reports, the Liberian leader made the call in an interview with Radio Banga on Sunday.
President Weah was giving an exclusive interview to Radio Banga when he called for calm as health authorities monitor the situation. So far, 4 persons are reported dead by the disease, according to Guinean authorities. The Liberian leader assured that government, through the Ministry of Health, will not hesitate to inform the public about the latest health development.
I don't want people to panic. We got news from our counterpart from Guinea that they have 3 cases of Ebola again. But I don't want Liberian people to panic. We are talking to our health practitioners to make sure that they monitors the borders and to exert themselves just what they're doing for the corona. But again, we would have been successful if the Liberian people were not listening to us. We are in the time of pandemic. Anyone can die. So we need to listen to our health practitioners. We'll do the right thing, wear our mask, and make sure that we clean our hands at all times. Our environment is clean so we can live long, so we can protect our country.
Ebola may not be new to Liberia, but news of its re-emergence in neighboring Guinea. What are health authorities starting to do? Dr. Francis Kete is Liberia's Chief Medical Officer.
We are now moving into the next stage, which takes into consideration surveillance. And under surveillance, the National Public Health Institute will be able to put in all of the necessary things that are needed to make sure that the surveillance system is intact. If anything were to happen, then we move into response. When we get into response, then the Ministry of Health will take charge.
How long does it take to build up our surveillance system?
The system is already existing. The only thing now is just going through the documents, dusting few things out, and we are prepared.
Vafle Kamara, ELBC News, Banga, Bon County.
Many thanks to Vavle Kamara for that report. President George Weah has concluded a tour of Bon County with an economic recovery package of $2 million United States in micro loan to smallholder businesses in the county. Announcing the package in Davidson Town, Kokoya District on Saturday, President Weah said the loan will single out women entrepreneurs.
You know that we are here in Bon County for the agriculture fair. I will encourage you to enlist those that are interested, to give it the agriculture minister to identify all of you so that you can be supported in the effort. We will do our best. We will make sure you are successful in the agriculture sector. Since we came to power, the macro loan have been given to individuals in Moserado and Mangibi and other places. I would now ask the Commerce Minister to begin with the second round of disbursement of $2 million in macro loan with Bon County and other counties so that women will definitely be identified and they will benefit. I want to encourage you all to work with your lawmakers to get information on the MFG goal, social development funds, contribution to your district.
President George, we are also at that town hall meeting in Kokoya District on Saturday. Bon County Senator Prince Moy says it is important for government officials to put politics aside and focus on the well-being of citizens.
I've always said it, I want to repeat. The essence of government is to provide the necessary services for its citizens. And if we are fortunate to be a part of that government, then you don't wish that government to fail. Because it means that you yourself will definitely fail. So, as somebody that has been in the legislature for 9 years, and knowing fully well that there's no one branch of our government can function without the rest of the branches. That's why it is mandatory that we ensure that those things that are supposed to help our citizens are done in accordance with the executive. And that's why I have always stood for. Mr. President, we want to say thank you for coming to this part of our county. Not too many presidents, not too many leaders will want to take this route to say I'm coming to David Town. That was one categorized as an area where you can't venture.
Well, that's Bon County Senator Prince Moy. President Weah, during his visit to Bon County as part of the first leg of his county tour, also committed 15 million United States dollars for agriculture advancement across the country. The Liberian leader made the commitment at the Central Agriculture Research Institute that's carried in Swakoko, Bon County. That event coincided with the county tour.
As I stated yesterday, there's a need for a renewed focus on agriculture. Our government is determined to ensure that Liberia has a vibrant agriculture sector to ensure food security and sustainable development. This is one of the important components in our national development agenda. Over the coming months, we will work to make sure to harness both local and international support and resources to lead the new agricultural drive. And this will focus on remote farmers and sporting marketplaces across the country. We will exert every effort to subsidize the work of more farmers and local cooperative with the objective of enhancing productivity. I want to use the occasion again to thank the agriculture team, our striker, Minister Cooper, and her players for this great initiative. This sector is important to gain growth.
President George, we are speaking at the National Agriculture Trade Fair that ended on Sunday in Bond County. For her part, Agriculture Minister Janine Cooper said the program is to showcase progress that has been made in the agriculture sector.
And this is how we came to the idea of reviving this annual National Agriculture Fair as a means for our farmers to exhibit, to engage with each other, with members of the government, with our partners, with other interested persons, and for us to see what kind of empowerment they need and how that empowerment should come. This was a request, a special request from the President, and it's not his first request to me. But Your Excellency, when you told me this is what you wanted to see, I called on our farmers, our producers, our processors in the agriculture sector. Mr. President, they came. They are here today to show you from all 15 counties what Liberian agriculture, what it means, what they are doing. They are here to engage throughout this weekend through a series of projects. We have so many exciting new innovations, beautiful things that are
Agriculture Minister Janine Cooper speaking at the National Trade Fair in Bond County. President George, we are nationwide tour begin with a stop in Salala District in Bond County and at a gathering in the county. Internal Affairs Minister Vanessa Salif assured people of Bond County of President Weah's commitment to ensure peace and development of Liberia.
Today, we are here in Salala with our leader, with the president of the country, with the father of Liberia, to come and say to you, citizens of Bond County, specifically the great district of Salala, to say to you, the president has come to come and greet you and say thank you. Thank you for the peace that he made since 2018, and you are helping to keep that peace. To come and say thank you. Thank you for helping him to fight COVID-19. To come and say thank you. Thank you when you raised his hand 2017, yes, you stood by him. To come and say to you, this country, under his leadership, development shall see the face of Liberia. come today to say to you that this president, he is a very peaceful leader of this country. Evidence by the fact that we just completed our May 10th senatorial election without any major incident in any of the county. Let's clap for our president. The president has come today to say to you that the groundbreaking ceremony of the 100 units, housing units, he just sat there. Right now, the work is ongoing. That's why we call you to talk and do.
Internal Affairs Minister Vanny Serif speaking at a town hall meeting in Salala, Bon County, where our correspondent Orlando Kolemenin was on the ground in Salala before President George Weah's arrival in the county on Friday, from where he files in this report.
We are in Sala District. We are in Sala District in Nyapokole Clan, and as the kickoff of the president's county tour, he will be stopping here in Sala District. And you can see several of the students from some of the school here, from the Martin Tuckman, the Mount Gawalopi Walker, and that about the John Bowen High Schools are here today to welcome the president. Tati is here, and this Jatu Weni is here. She is a clan chief of this clan, Patole clan, and this is Nyapo clan, this clan, Nyapo clan, and this is a clan chief of Konoyi, the largest clan, Konawala clan. He is the clan chief of the Konawala clan. Ma, tell us, what is here today?
Waiting for our president.
So tell me how you feel about the president coming here today.
The president is in the street. So now they look and stand there. All people there, two of people there. They share the day for the president to come to us. In fact, within the president, I'm happy. Thank you. Thank you.
Tell me about this occasion today.
The occasion is a good one. We still hoping our citizens are staying in route because some of the areas are very distant. People have to walk distant before they can't pick them up. So we are preparing safe, but we're grateful that we can have the president here, and we all want to work together to see how the program is successful.
What message does it send to the rest of the district that you as a female, the president making the first step into your district?
The first thing we appreciate it, and it tells me that government, we all are collaborating, we all are working together. So it tells us that we being the second oldest district in the district that welcome you, it was just important that the president is here. We will be concerned about the Topapoli road that have been budgeted in this budget, and we all would not focus on the budget here, but anyway, we have a new budget here. We're dealing with, but we will look forward to it having a groundbreaking ceremony, and also the theater, where we're going to have a health center now, that's our all of those parts will be put before you, and we will also be appreciating for the housing that was in this part of Salala, or for the mini area you see here. So for housing, and bringing it to Salala also, and going so far with the level of transformation we are seeing there, we're also going to be appreciating for the street lights and looking forward to the street lights coming also to us here, because our neighbor Maggie has electricity now, so we also should be enjoying it.
Orlando Kolemenin, thanks very much for that piece from Salala in Bon County. And President George Weah has concluded his trip to Bon County. The president's next stop is Nimba County before heading to other counties, including River Chi, Maryland, Grand Gila, and Grand Cru to conclude his county tour. Well, if you just joined us, a reminder that you're watching LNTV News live here on LNTV, 30 minutes of news from Liberia and other parts of the world on this program. Your Uncle Chab Davidson stories we are following. President George Weah calls for calm in the wake of an Ebola outbreak in neighboring Guinea. The government of Liberia clarifies that it has at no time made any decision on the setting up of a war crimes court in the country. Foreign Minister D. Maxwell Kimeya reaffirms government's commitment to empowering local farmers to enhance their production capacity and away from home food state security officers and one civilian have been killed as separatist rebels attack two military camps in the Democratic Republic of Congo's main mining center of Lubumbashi. Most stories are still ahead. Keep watching. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the program. A 32-year-old woman from the Doe community on the Bushwa Island has been sent to jail on aggravated assault charges. The Monrovia City Court on Friday sent Beatrice Colley to jail for allegedly burning her 9-year-old son, Emmanuel Flomo, with hot water. Before being escorted to the Monrovia Central Prison, Beatrice told our judicial reporter Fabian Kuya what happened.
She said your son nasty man. Full money, the full money la how so yeah. She steam my full money. I just want the money for me to cook. Email. I heard they you made me a bit of it. And I mean that the had a other girl cooking. The water was sitting go angry. I'm in it to do the thing to myself. I'm an I just really high water. I will not always say one in hand that he's still the hala labor for the whole water just with on his he go inside.
So I beg you now.
For me, I'm in it to put myself into the hospital. He can talk with me, he try, he can eat, he wear, he cook, he cook, he drink, he eat everything. When I already see my sister go there, they can pour from there to my sister, then my sister can give me the food, I ain't him talk. Then I can be crying.
So you say you're minute to it?
No, I'm in it. My boy, jada, my boy, jada, still get
Beatrice Colley is the accused mother who allegedly burned her 9-year-old son, Emmanuel Flomo, with hot water in the Doe community area. The program manager of the extended program on immunization, Dr. Adolphus Clark, has made a passionate plea to all parents to take their children for the routine vaccination across the country. Dr. Clark was speaking Friday at the official launch of a nationwide community engagement and dialogue on immunization at the Monrovia City Hall.
In Liberia, we have about approximately 29.7% of our females dying as a result of cervical cancer. That became unacceptable to us as a program, and we said we need to do something about this. So in 2019, under the leadership of the Honorable Minister of Health, we introduced the vaccine to prevent cervical cancer that we call the human papillomavirus vaccine, HPV. So today, at 9 years old, we are vaccinating girls against HPV. Against cervical cancer, administering the HPV vaccine. And the reason why we took 9 years, we said we want them to be protected before they start sexual life. And so we took the age 9 years. And like you saw in the drama, we were getting prepared to introduce the type of conjugate vaccine when we had this issue of COVID-19 pandemic hitting the entire globe. So we had to realign to be able to come up with a more definite time. So as a country, we are on track to do a nationwide type of conjugate vaccine across the 15 counties, at which time we'll be targeting 1,901,130 persons between the ages of 9 months to less than 15 years. That was our target to vaccinate. And then
Dr. Adolphus Clark is the program manager on the expanded program on immunization. The Ministry of Health is partnering with the Liberia Crusaders for Peace to do community engagement and dialogue on immunization across the 15 counties. Madam Judy Endi is the executive director of the Liberia Crusaders for Peace. She gave an overview of the initiative.
The Crusaders for Peace have put together advocacy and community engagement, communication for community structures, social mobilization activities, motivational approach to make sure that the mothers take their children for vaccine. So in our cultural context, we are saying to the women, to our mothers, and if you notice, we cleverly invited the National Traditional Council, represented by a woman today. Chief Zanzan is not here, but the national coordinator of all chief affairs in the Republic, she's here because she has what? Children and grandchildren. We also invited the president of the Governor Council of Liberia. She has followers and she has children. We invited the Rural Women President. She's also here. We invited the head Muslim women in Liberia. So she's here. We also invited the head of National Union of People Living with Disability. She's also a woman. So we invited her and she's here. We invited babies' mothers. We invited the Marketing Association here by the woman, the president of the association is a woman. So we have marketeers. And the community.
Madam Judy Endi is the executive director of the Liberia Crusaders for Peace, and that organization is partnering with the Ministry of Health on the expanded program on immunization to conduct community dialogue across the country. The founder and president of the United Africa Organization for Literacy and Development, Khalifa Donna, is calling for support to ensure African countries improve their literacy programs. In an interview with this station over the weekend, Mr. Donna said the organization is currently present in 36 African countries with headquarters in Liberia,
wherein we want to provide educational opportunities like computer literacy program that youths can be able to go there, have that 6 months computer training, even if at the intermediate level, right? At least you have that idea, and they should be at no cost, because I feel that education for youths in Africa should be at no cost, because looking at the lives, the economic livelihood that we have in Africa, we should not tax education. Okay. Because this should be a priority for every human.
Computer literacy is it comes with financial burden though. How you intend to fund that project?
Right. So this is one major reason why we are on the media, because we cannot do it by ourselves. Africa.
A music producer in Liberia, James Aditayo, says his interest is to promote and elevate young Liberian musical artists to meet their full potential. In an LNTV interview on Friday, Mr. Aditayo said he is currently working with 5 young artists, including D. King, who will later this year team up with Nigerian star Whiskey.
My main interest in the Liberian music is to, help the upcoming artists, because I noticed that, the entertainment in Liberia are focusing on only those that made the names, and I saw it that it's very good, to bring up young talent. And when you notice that all the artists that have been started with Shadow Entertainment are artists that, they are young and they are coming up, because since we started the record label, a lot of big names have been coming to us, for us to get signed and other things, but we told them that we're not interested in signing big names. We're interested in bringing up the young talent up to get those big names, just like you guys. Yeah, okay. For D King, which is the youngest artist right now in Liberia, and the hottest youngest artist in Liberia, since I started working with him, it has been a very big and great achievement, because
James Aditayo is a musical producer in Liberia. Away from home, 4 members of security forces and 1 civilian were killed as separate rebels attacked 2 military camps in the Democratic Republic of Congo's main mining center of Lumbabusa. Lumbabusa Mayor Gasoline Buloman told the AFP news agency on Sunday that 6 of the rebels died in the attacks. Residents reported the sounds of gunfire in several districts following the assaults. And at least 3 people have died of Ebola in neighboring Guinea, with 5 others testing positive for the virus. Health officials say they fell ill with diarrhea, vomiting, and bleeding after attending a burial. Between 2013 and 2016, more than 11,000 people died in the West African Ebola epidemic, which began in Guinea. On that note, that's how we end this edition of News Live here on LNTV. But before we leave, let's recap the major stories we follow. President George Weah calls for calm in the wake of an Ebola outbreak in neighboring Guinea. The government of Liberia clarifies that it has not made any decision on the setting up of a war crimes court in the country. Foreign Minister D. Maxwell Kimaya reaffirms government's commitment to empowering local farmers to enhance their production capacity. And away from home, 4 state security officers and 1 civilian have been killed by separatist rebels attack 2 military camps in the Democratic Republic of Congo's main mining center of Lubumbashi. Join us at 12, 2, and 4 for regular update of news here on LNTV. Better still, at 8 this evening for a full bulletin of our news program. You can also follow us through the day for more highlights of the president's ongoing nationwide tour across the country. That's it for this edition of the program. My name is Chab Davis, wishing you all the best from Painesville. Bye-bye for now.